All right. So, first and foremost,
Scavs just spawned in.
I'd like to say I was not cheating. I was not cheating during this tournament, nor have I ever used cheats in Tarkov. Secondly, I did not stream last night because I was not in the proper mindset to address this yet, and I didn't want to speak emotionally, but rather gather my thoughts. I took that time to put pen to paper and culminate my thoughts into this response. The accusations that came because of this tournament are backed with absolutely no proof, defamatory and downright unjustifiable at best. The hate I received from speculation is immature, ill-placed, and uncalled for. But I would expect nothing less from Tarkov and the communities within it that are stuck within their own echo chambers. There's nothing that I can say and very little that I can do when I'm a small streamer with very little financial backing, a little team, limited resources, and limited hours, unless I request time off work. That will make these communities believe that I was not cheating. I understand that at the end of the day, everyone will say, you could have just attached a head monitor cam, or you could have done this, or you could have done that. Realistically, I could have, yes. But proving my innocence during a tournament is not the time or the place.
It's exactly the time and place.
Especially when these suggestions are coming from the community rather than BSG themselves.
You said BSG were monitoring you.
I do not have anything to prove to the community, only to BSG. They are the judge, jury, and executioner in this case.
And they found you guilty, and they banned you.
Not any of you. Had BSG reached out to me and said that I needed to do these things, or
You said they already reached out to you and that they were monitoring you.
anything for that matter, anything at all, I would have done it. That didn't happen. Maybe I expected more from them on that matter. And for that, I was let down. Instead, they hit me with the manual ban, not only on my tournament account, but my main account as well.
Good, because you were cheating on that as well.
Which, I think is a bit unnecessary. Removing me from the tournament is okay.
Why would it be okay if you were actually cheating? It's not okay if you weren't cheating. It's only okay if you were cheating.
But preventing me from playing Tarkov ever again is a bit much.
Not if you're cheating.
For accusations based solely on no valid proof.
Except all the clips.
Backed by absolutely no valid proof.
Except video proof.
Y'all beg for justice, but justice isn't proving your innocence. It's proving
Yes, it is. It's literally how that works. Somebody comes up, says you did something, it's their job to prove that they did, and it's your job to prove that you didn't.
your guilt.
It's literally how it
There's
works.
no proof, nor was
There's clips.
there ever going to be.
There is clips.
Because as I have mentioned time and time again, I was not cheating.
But you were.
There are a couple of things that I would like to address with this response. For starters, I'd like to talk about why I started streaming.
It has nothing to do with why you're cheating or not.
Not that any of you care.
We don't.
Guess what? This is my response.
Yep.
Video games are a part of my life.
Okay.
I started to stream whatever game I was playing because I wanted to share that experience with anyone willing to
Yep.
watch. I'm never, nor will I ever be doing this for money or fame.
Okay, buddy.
I simply enjoy the small conversations that come from doing what I love.
Yep, but what does that have to do with you cheating?
It's those connections that I've made throughout the journey that really matter to me.
It's not whether you cheated or not, but it's the friends you made along the way. I get it. I get that.
So my stream PC, the processor in it is a Ryzen 3 3100, a $40 CPU.
Cool. Weird flex, but okay.
It has an NVIDIA 3060 and 16 gigabytes of RAM. I use a Elgato capture card on top of that to capture from my game PC.
So you have two PCs, but you can only afford a $40 card?
Originally, I streamed in 1440 30 FPS and only found out about these issues with stutters during the tournament because of a recommendation from...
If you've been streaming for years with this setup, with your mods, would they not tell you that you were stuttering?
the community. I changed my streaming resolution to 1080p 60 FPS. On top of that, I began recording as well. This stressed my streaming PC and resulted in my OBS crashing.
I have a one PC setup. I stream Tarkov with no stutters.
And stutters remain.
I also have a Ryzen CPU or whatever it is. A Ryzen.
In the end, I had to close
And a 3080
nearly all
on one PC.
other
And I don't have stutters.
programs besides OBS for it to finally get a stable video. And even then, people were still saying there were stutters. In each instance of OBS glitching and stuttering were used against me as quote unquote evidence, even though I said repeatedly OBS was stuttering and my stream PC was shit.
People aren't questioning the stutters. People were questioning why you were flicking to things. Why your game FPS was high and didn't stutter, but your recording did, quote unquote, stutter. There are no missing frames when you snap to something, by the way.
But at the end of the day, your mind's already made up and the witch hunt was started. So it would have not mattered anyway. Although I would like to thank Veritas for the hours that he spent dissecting my clips and helping to prove that these stutters were because of my streaming PC.
Didn't he come to the conclusion that you were cheating?
I would also like to say thank you for your time you spent debunking some of the other clips as well. You are a good dude, and my perception of you from our last interaction was totally uncalled for and wrong.
Probably because he was right.
So yeah, thank you. And then sorry for my perception there.
Sorry I acted like a child when I was cheating in a video game and you called me out for it.
And I'd like to quickly talk on the VM hardware that was found on my computer.
Yes, please tell me why you were running a VM.
It's used for my work, and
Okay, but why was it running when you were playing Tarkov?
here's the installation instructions. There. I'll slowly scroll through this as I continue talking. It's used for work, and here are the installation instructions. So
Why was it running when you were playing Tarkov though?
I'm slowly scrolling through them right there. You can Google desktop anywhere if you wish to find them yourself. If you are curious.
This
There
guy
you go.
looting as well.
It's also worth talking about the quote unquote DMA card that was in my computer.
Do you mean the drive you removed off your computer as well when you were live streaming it? That just magically disappeared? And then people had to show you in clips that it was there and you said you don't know why it disappeared?
For starters,
Also, I have a DMA driver on my computer because I have Ryzen, but it doesn't mean anything if you delete it because you're just scared that, you know, you're accessing the RAM, which when you play Tarkov literally processes all the information like where loot is and where players is, but that's fine, dude.
You're a bitch, cunt.
I think I'm a bitch. That was very nice.
What's on there?
Alright, time to leave the player scavs here. GG's on camping. GG, man. Alright, back to this guy.
That was a picture from a year ago. It holds absolutely no weight. There's nothing backing it. Was even in my computer currently, which it wasn't. It would be the same if a year ago I leased a Ferrari for the night.
Okay, so why do you... let's assume this is from a year ago and none of these parts that are in your computer are currently still in it. You're also being accused of cheating in the past with this thing right here. So if this is your PC and you were using this item right here to cheat, then you cheated in
Took a
Tarkov.
bunch of pictures and claimed it was
Right.
my car in Discord. Is that the car I drive today? No one knows. I think it's actually quite hilarious that after that picture was circulated is when BSG slammed the hammer down and banned me. Now, let's look at that card in the original image. I went through my garage and actually found the card. This image. I actually found this card right here. Now, let's look at this image. This is that same card, but taken from a picture I took today. Cropped into this image. Match up. All right. Literally the same card. That's the original picture. This is the picture I took today and cropped in there. Now this is the picture I took today. This is the card that was in there a year ago that I took out, that I dug in my garage for about 2 hours to find in the bottom of a box.
So you're willing to go to all that trouble, but just not have a camera facing your display when you play the game. Also, we have the same mouse.
So this is the picture I cropped in to that
We
original
use the same mouse.
picture, which
It's
was
crazy.
the second picture. As you can see, they are the same card. Over the years I've owned this card, it's been through some shit and been damaged. But clearly an Ethernet card, like I've been saying. We have the top view. We have the back view. It's fucked up. It had something rubbing on it for like 3 years, sitting somewhere. There's the Ethernet port. And here's the card on Amazon. It's the same card that I showed the order from. Lastly, I would like to talk about my mod team. As I previously mentioned, my team is small. Every one of my mods are people that
How
I
does this
either know in
video
real
go for
life-
35 minutes? Does he even... Hold on. I don't need to
Okay,
hear
I
about the
can- I have a
mods.
mod-
Does he even
Two.
look at
Yep.
any clip?
7 terabyte weekend. It would be something I would want to do relatively. One. Everyone with an AMD CPU does. They always use spoofers. Pause it. Put paint over bush. No. Yeah. No. I'll 1 second.
He doesn't talk about any of
Copy
the
and
clips.
paste.
He doesn't look at anything.
File.
Why doesn't... He's disregarded all the evidence, but hasn't actually shown any of it on screen.
All right. There it is.
What does it say?
All right. What? Blah, blah.
Hereby disqualify you from participating in the streamer challenge due to a violation of the rules and challenges. Okay. Under no circumstances you perform in a whole part of following actions. Fraud. Yeah, so it's a generic statement by BSG. What do you think they want to... What?
And impersonated them. That has happened more than once.